It's time for St. Lucia Magazine, your monthly wrap-up.
Hello and welcome to St. Lucia Magazine, our monthly news program reviewing developments in government across various sectors of education, the economy, infrastructure, and agriculture. I am your host, Nivalo Geist. In this recap of July, Prime Minister of St. Lucia visited the constituencies who suffered the worst impact by Hurricane Beryl, and the government has now made the Petto area a legally protected environment. We begin the July recap with a tour alongside Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre, who toured worst-hit constituencies in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. The Prime Minister had a first-hand look at the areas where the recovery effort would target in the immediate response. Melissa Paul reports.
On July 2nd, 2024, Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre toured the west coast of the island to assess the damage caused by Hurricane Beryl. Soufrière experienced the full force of the storm surge from Major Hurricane Beryl. Dangerous waves smashed through businesses and homes along the waterfront, leading to widespread damage. The Prime Minister joined Honorable Emma Hippolyte on the ground in Soufrière to get first-hand accounts from affected residents and the business community.
As you know, these are structural problems. My issue is it could have been worse. We had no loss of lives, so we just say thank you. We just thank the Almighty. We sit down and we plan ahead and we reconstruct. The engineers and technical persons will be seeing what has happened there, and you can never protect yourself fully against nature. But yes, I'm hoping we do certain things differently. One of the things that we noted, the stoneworks at Barron Drive seems to have protected the community a bit. So we are hoping that we can do a lot more of that along the entire waterfront. That's a huge cost that was not part of the original project, but we have to do what we have to do.
Honorable Hippolyte expressed confidence in the capacity to rebuild, with Prime Minister Pierre's unwavering determination in leading the recovery effort. The waterfront's 2 jetties were destroyed, and the beach park also sustained significant damage. In the Barron's Drive community, many boat owners lost their boats and their means of livelihood.
The government of St. Lucia is taking significant steps to protect the Petto Management Area, PMA, a recognized World Heritage Site since 2004. The government has now made it a legally protected Environmental Protection Area, EPA, through Statutory Instrument Number 7, 2024. Melissa Paul has the details.
The government of St. Lucia is taking significant steps to protect the Petto Management Area, or the PMA, a recognized World Heritage Site since 2004. The government has now made it a legally protected Environmental Protection Area, EPA, through Statutory Instrument Number 7, 2024. This new law ensures that the PMA is preserved for its outstanding natural beauty and unique geological features.
The limits of acceptable change, which is, of course, it was policy adopted by cabinet conclusion, but it was not law. So now we have adapted this limits of acceptable change and the Petto Management Area report that was done by the another body, that this now we have put all of that and captured put in the specifications of what can and cannot happen within the area. That's essentially what it does. So it falls within or subsumed as a part of the regulations of the Physical Planning and Development Act of 2005.
Concerns about development in the area prompted the government to conduct studies to manage and protect the PMA. These studies, including the limits of acceptable change or the LAC, outlined strict guidelines for any development, such as building heights, colors, and environmental impact assessments.
Prime Minister Honorable Philip JPS says his government has a stellar record in making gains for the people of St. Lucia in their 3 years in office. The Prime Minister, in an assessment of his stewardship, said his government had made significant strides in its mandate to put people first, having had interventions in several key areas that directly impact the lives of every St. Lucian. According to Prime Minister Pierre, his government has prioritized investments in early childhood education, made a commitment to providing first-generation scholarships for higher learning, meeting the cost of CSEC or CXC examinations in mathematics and English, the reinstatement of the One Laptop Per Child program, and the one-time $500 bursary for children entering secondary schools as crucial investments in building a brighter future for St. Lucia.
I want you to be sure and certain that your government cares for you and the well-being of your children. We have placed an emphasis on our youth, our future, their hopes and dreams and futures. We have already been seeing our youth turn their hobbies into entrepreneurship and their skills into business through the results of our youth economy. Young people can have hope that they can approach their government and get a hand up to get their business dreams to become realities. We have already helped hundreds of youth-led startups, and sure, some may fail, but they will get up and try again, knowing that we've got their back. We have topped up education assistance to parents with millions spent over the past 2 years assisting parents in purchasing books, uniforms, and school supplies.
The Prime Minister said gains made in healthcare, housing, support for small businesses, COVID support, and a range of other interventions mark a significant step towards strengthening the economy and a demonstration of his government's dedication to making life better for the average St. Lucian.
Your government has reintroduced the distress fund to provide relief to households who lost everything from fires. We have spent over $10 million in housing repairs in every constituency. Your government has provided relief in the removal of VAT on construction materials like cement, lumber, and roofing material. We are making sure that our CIP monies go into funding infrastructural projects that will provide affordable housing and roads for hundreds of St. Lucians.
Fulfilling a promise to support the small business sector, the government continues to aid micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, through subsidies on essential commodities. These measures not only sustain the local economy by subsidizing imported flour, rice, and sugar, but also support families strained by rising costs. By providing these goods at reduced prices through the government supply warehouse to local retailers and manufacturers, households benefit from lower prices on essential items. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs, Mrs. Sophia Alfie Henry, highlighted the importance of these subsidies in bolstering homegrown MSMEs and supporting households.
The prices of the commodities are very volatile, especially flour, given the unstable price of wheat. So to ensure affordability, to ensure that the price of these commodities, the price is not increased, the government has been selling these commodities below the purchase price or the cost in most cases. For example, brown sugar. We purchase brown sugar under the contract at an average price of $98, and when it's unavailable from that supplier, we purchase at $144. Notwithstanding, brown sugar is sold at $100 per bag. In the case of refined sugar, it is purchased at $108 for the 110-pound bag, and we sell it at $98. And it's important to highlight that because sugar is used by manufacturers, our exporters, to make their condiments. We have also the bakers rely on sugar in order to bake their bread. And in the case of the bakers, the highest subsidy is on flour, because we purchase a bag of flour currently at $128, and it is sold to the bakers at $85, a subsidy of $43 on every bag. And we sell at $90 to other purchasers, the wholesalers, who then sell to retailers, and then it is retailed in the local shop. And the prices have not changed for these commodities. And that is the importance of the government supply warehouse, to ensure that these commodities, notwithstanding for the volatility in the prices, they can remain stable.
A program to support mid-career and other participants has seen a number of St. Lucians completing skills training in various areas. The Ministry of Education's National Enrichment and Learning Unit, NELU, had a graduation ceremony to recognize their accomplishments. Kibatalium has the details in this report.
59 nationals have attained CVQ and NVQ certification through the Human Capital Resilience Project, HCRP, implemented by the National Enrichment Learning Unit, NELU. The culmination of their training was marked by a recently held graduation ceremony hosted at the Castries City Hall. The event theme, Journey into the Future, Ready to Embrace New Challenges, presented an apt reflection of the process taken by graduates to attain personal development. Addressing graduates, head of the National Enrichment and Learning Unit, Mercury Charles Modeste, described efforts by the NELU to facilitate upward mobility through the execution of training programs as a source of pride.
We at the NELU provide and promise to provide as many St. Lucians as possible with the opportunity of lifelong learning and second chance education. This is evident in our 13 active adult learning centers around the island.
The HCRP, a scholarship program launched by the government of St. Lucia, was conceptualized with the aim of enhancing the skills of nationals through training and certification in their chosen fields. With the primary goal of improving the standard of living experienced by individuals, the initiative is also expected to assist participants in obtaining employment or undertaking entrepreneurship. Delivering the keynote address, Minister for Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology and Vocational Training, Honorable Sean Edward, described the development of St. Lucia's human resource as a key priority of the government of St. Lucia. Continued self-improvement, he says, is an attainable dream through numerous government-led initiatives.
Education and training is a priority for the Philip JPL-led administration. And it is not by accident that the Ministry of Education receives in excess of $200 million to educate the population and to train the citizens. Because we've understood that as a small island developing state, St. Lucia and its counterparts in the OECS and the Caribbean rely very heavily on the quality of the human resources to determine whether we can compete globally or not.
The Ministry of Education, through the Curriculum and Materials Development Unit, CAMDU, held its 6th annual Physical Education and Sports Conference recently at the St. Lucia Sports Academy under the theme, Attaining Sustainable Development Goals Through Physical Education and Sports. Chris Satney reports.
But let me tell you that the Ministry of Education, and by extension this administration, understand the benefits of physical education and sports to the development of this country, and we have made significant investment in this area. We have dedicated physical education teachers at every primary and secondary school, a huge statement for a country of our size and limited resources. We have programs at our schools that allow our teachers to identify and develop talent.
This year's conference featured several presentations from local and regional presenters on varying subjects, sharing their expertise and insights into effectively integrating physical education and sports into the broader agenda of sustainable development. Education Officer for Camdo, Gianetti George, called on conference participants to seize the opportunity to exchange ideas and to collaborate on the innovative solutions, to inspire each other, and to take concrete actions towards a more sustainable future.
The Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, in collaboration with the Central Statistical Office, is conducting a national survey of living conditions and household budgetary survey for 2024-2025. The initiative is aimed at enhancing social development and reducing poverty in St. Lucia. Chevroy Marius reports.
The Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, in collaboration with the Central Statistical Office, is set to implement the National Survey of Living Conditions and Household Budgetary Survey for 2024-2025. This crucial initiative aims to collect and analyze data to inform poverty reduction and social development policies. The last survey of living conditions, conducted in 2016, revealed a significant decrease in poverty from 28% to 25% of the population, traditionally funded by the Caribbean Development Bank. The upcoming survey will benefit from support of the World Bank under the OECS Data for Decision-Making Project and the Human Capital Resilience Project. Planning for the 2024-2025 survey commenced in March 2024. The Statistical Office is leading the effort, focusing on questionnaire review, enumerator training, pilot testing, and sample selection using 2022-2023 population and housing census data. Full implementation is anticipated to begin in the last quarter of this year.
Coming out of COVID and also the emerging developments that are now confronting the socioeconomic landscape of St. Lucia, it would require us to have scientific data, statistically sound data, to inform policymakers, and to also inform decision making. Added to that, to also assess and monitor some of the interventions that the government have put in place to alleviate those persons that have been directly impacted adversely by those emerging development.
Director of the Central Statistical Office, Sean Mathre, the Ministry of Equity, as the lead agency responsible for social development and poverty reduction, chairs the National Assessment Team. The assessment team includes representatives from the public service, civil society, private sector, the National Emergency Management Organization, and the Office of the Leader of the Opposition, ensuring a comprehensive and inclusive approach to the survey's implementation.
In a related story, the Central Statistical Office is collaborating with the World Bank Human Capital Resilience Project on a labor market needs assessment survey. The results from this survey are expected to identify the skills gap on the island and provide recommendations to policymakers to address labor market requirements. More in this report from Glenn Simon.
Over 500 local businesses will participate in a survey addressing the skills deficit in St. Lucia. Focusing on a labor market needs assessment, this survey is part of a broader World Bank Human Capital Resilience Project. Dr. Justin Pierre, Director of Research and Business Development with the Canadian research firm Dunn Pierre Barnett and Company Canada Limited, highlighted that the assessment will evaluate the existing skills, resources and certifications currently available on island.
What we have been seeing is that there is an absence or lack of proper data. And in order for us to make decisions as to the future of St. Lucia, as to what type of training we need, what type of skills we need, it's important that we collect their data. Officially, we were looking to do about 550. This is done with the collaboration of the Statistics Department, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Procurement Office and the Project Coordination Unit, together with Miss Dr. Rufina and all of these stakeholders. So it's a national endeavor that is sponsored by the Government of St. Lucia, Ministry of Education, and also it is supported by the World Bank.
A training exercise was conducted on Friday, June 21, 2024, to familiarize enumerators with the questionnaire, tools and techniques for conducting the survey. Deputy Director of Statistics, Richard Harris, expressed hope that enterprises will recognize the survey's value to both the country and their own businesses.
Essentially, we have substantial experience in the conduct of these types of surveys. We hold a quarterly labor force survey that essentially collects information from the supply side of things. So we go to the households who supply labor to the establishments. This particular survey looks at the demand side. So we go to the establishments and ask them details concerning the demand for labor.
Martha Joseph from the Central Statistical Office, one of the workshop facilitators, noted that despite the short time frame for conducting the survey, they aim to complete the enumeration process within 2.5 to 3 months by leveraging modern technology in the field.
It's a while we have moved away from paper. We now into computer assisted, and this is where we use the software. So definitely they're going to use the tablet to collect the information.
The enumerators will be equipped with a standardized uniform, a photo identification card, and a signed letter, all bearing the logo of the Central Statistical Office for easy identification. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.
The U.S. Agency for International Development, in collaboration with the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, has launched the Community Reentry program that aims to address a critical gap in support for rehabilitating and reintegrating adult offenders into St. Lucian society by engaging government officials, community leaders, and key stakeholders in a united effort to support the successful re-entry of individuals into the community. Chevroy Marius tells us more.
The U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, the Youth Resilience, Inclusion and Empowerment WIRE program, in collaboration with the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, has launched the Community Reentry Program, CREP, to address the critical gap in cross-agency support for the rehabilitation and reintegration of adult offenders into the St. Lucian society, while recognizing the essential role of community involvement for its success. Launched on June 21, 2024, via the St. Lucia Social Development Fund, SSDF, a satellite agency of the Ministry of Equity, the program will engage government officials, community leaders, and stakeholders to support a pivotal turning point in promoting second chances. At the heart of CREP is a commitment to ensuring that St. Lucian communities are safe, healthy, and whole, stated Phelps Feely, Chief of Party USAID, WIRE Project.
At the heart of CREP is a dedication to ensuring St. Lucian communities are safe, healthy, and whole. The CREP partners, all of us, share an understanding of the value and importance of second chances, that a person's worth and future should not be wholly determined by a singular action. We also share an appreciation of the incredible challenges of reentry when there is a lack of community support and a breakdown of trust.
For 18 months, CREP will offer tailored case management, life skills, vocational and remedial education training, entrepreneurial support, career counseling, community engagement, psychosocial support, and basic needs assistance.
The idyllic island of St. Lucia has once again been recognized for its unparalleled beauty and exceptional tourism offerings, securing the number 4 spot in Travel and Leisure's readers' 25 favorite islands in the Caribbean, Bermuda, and the Bahamas of 2024. This prestigious recognition underscores St. Lucia's continued appeal as a top destination for travelers seeking stunning landscapes, rich culture, and unforgettable experiences. Travel and Leisure, one of the world's leading travel publications, conducts its annual World's Best Awards survey, inviting readers to share their thoughts on top travel destinations, hotels, resorts, and more. The survey results reflect the genuine experiences of travelers, making this accolade a significant testament to the island's allure and the high-quality experiences it offers. Some of St. Lucia's resorts were crowned amongst the best Caribbean resorts, with Jade Mountain number 4. The resort has maintained its esteemed position in the Travel and Leisure Hall of Fame, consistently recognized on this prestigious list for over a decade. Cap Mazor comes in at number 13, Anse Chastanet number 14, Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort number 15, Sugar Beach, a Viceroy Resort at 22. The St. Lucia Tourism Authority, SLTA, has honored the best-selling St. Lucia travel advisors in the world by hosting the 2024 Global Petto Awards for the top producing St. Lucia expert travel advisors from the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, and the Caribbean. Kevin Edwards, Managing Director of A's Travel Service in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, shares his experience in promoting St. Lucia to his clients.
I'm very elated to be here. When I got the word that I was going to be a recipient, I blew my top. I've been selling St. Lucia for in excess of 20 years, and to be rewarded or honored like this is really, really magnificent. St. Lucia is easy to sell. I'm from the Caribbean too, but this island offers so much more. There's so much fun things to do. There's so much ecology. Tourism is your thing, so it's an easy sell. Trinidadians love to come here, and that's who we sell. Trinidad to St. Lucia, any day, anytime.
St. Lucia Carnival 2024 concluded with the spectacular 2-day parade of the bands through the streets of Castries under the theme Nothing Sweeter Than That. Revelers from all accounts made the most of what has been hailed a successful and enjoyable event in recent memory. The season commenced with the keenly contested competitions in various categories, including Groovy and Power Soca, Calypso, Intercommercial House, King and Queen of the Bands, Panorama, Junior Carnival, and a host of popular fetes and events bringing hype to the festivities. Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre heaped praise on all involved in the festivities, while Minister for Creative Industries, Honorable Dr. Ernest Tiller, expressed his thanks for the successful execution of Carnival 2024. I leave you with their comments and highlights of St. Lucia Carnival 2024.
Proud of it, proud of it. With all the wonders in the world, St. Lucia's only meant for me. So much history to be told and so much more for eyes to see. The colors feel the love, I can tell you all the way. Proud of it, proud of it. Proud of it, proud of it. It don't matter where I voyage, it don't matter where I roam. Majestic Petto standing tall, they're guiding me back home. Raise your flags, the skies above, I can tell you all the way. So I could go up forever there, feel all the vibes and break away. I could take a trip to link up with friends and family. To my land of birth, to the place I love. No other island in the sun could ever replace you in my heart. And if I ever plan to leave, I go tell you from the start. To my land of birth, to the place I love. Put up your online. Strong, for we are one. We can't deny this heritage, we rooted to this land. Let me see your hand. I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it, proud of it. Proud of it, proud of it. I will never tread with tongue, unashamed of this land. I getting homesick, I can't stay away too long. We can't even love a vibe. Rosy late Friday night. Proud of it, proud of it. Proud of it. So I could go up. link up with friends and family. To my land of birth, to the place I love. No other island in the sun could ever replace you in my heart. And if I ever plan to leave, I go tell you from the start. To my land of birth, to the place I love. Put up your hand, let's sing out the song. I am a down proud Lucia. Represent the land where you from. I am a down proud Lucia, proud Saint Lucia. And I will raise the flag till I die. I am a down proud Lucia. Represent the land where you from. I am a down proud Lucia, proud Saint Lucia. And I will raise the flag till I die.
Look, something to talk about. Look, something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look, something to talk about. Take out your head, 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 take out your head. Look, something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look, something to talk about. Run in the air, 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 run in the air. Look, something to talk about.
First of all, I want to really congratulate the Ministry of Creative Industries and the Minister, his Permanent Secretary, the Chairman of the Carnival Development Committee, and everybody, Events Committee, and everybody who made Carnival the great success it was.
So the use of influencers is one of the new things in the new age of marketing, and like I said, it's proven to be highly effective. Using social media, because people were posting, I'm enjoying myself on this. Something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look, something to talk about. Take out your head, 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 take out your head. Look, something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look, something to talk about. Run in the air, 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 run in the air. Look, something to talk about. When they girl them crazy on the Mamba Mall.
It's time for St. Lucia Magazine, your monthly wrap-up.